Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video, another cooking video to be exact. So, if you have not read the title of this video, I actually don't know what the title of it is yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to be called Recipe on a Can. So I came up with this idea the other day. I was thinking to myself that my baking cabinet was looking a little bit crowded, and I wanted to go through and get rid of things because there's so many different things in there that maybe I don't need anymore. And I came across this, and if you don't know what this is evaporated milk. I made a video with my sister that involved 2 cans of evaporated milk, but it actually only needed 1. And I ended up keeping this one, and then I didn't end up posting the video because the video was just not good. Anyways, I had this can and I looked at it and it has a recipe on the side. So sometimes boxes with products or ingredients or whatever come with suggested or recommended recipes that you should try out maybe the next time that you have this, or like just to try it out because it works better with this. And I was like, well, that would be a great video to make. And so that's exactly what I am doing today. I am going to use this recipe that's on the back of here. It says creamy macaroni and cheese. And I'm going to make it and try it out and see if it's as good as it's supposed to be because it's on the label here. I have to go to the store first, actually, which is weird because it's been a while since I've had to go to the store before I start actually making the video. Because usually I would have stuff at home, but I don't have everything at home. So I will be back and I will be starting the cooking right when I get back. Alright, I am back from the store now. For you guys, it was literally 2 seconds. For me, it was like a whole day. Because I was going to go to the store, and then I ended up hanging out with a friend and going places. But I did get the stuff. So first things first, I gotta preheat the oven to 350. If it looks weird, it's because the recipe once again is right here. I gotta do the oven at 350, and then the longest process that it is for this is you could either make your noodles prior to it, like get pre-cooked noodles like from the store, or you can make them yourself. And I'm going to do mine real quick before I do the rest of it because you kind of have to have your noodles done before you make the rest of it. So on here it says you need 2 cups of dry small elbow macaroni, cooked and strained. So this is what I had left of my 1 box of elbow noodles, and that was one of the things I had to go to the store for. I think it might need to be a little bit higher. So there's 1 cup. I'm gonna get this started here, and then I've got to get another cup. And here's my noodles in the pot, just so everybody knows that I'm making them. I'm going to cook them and strain them first, and then I will be back to continue the rest of the recipe. So I got the noodles are almost done, and what I'm going to do here is the next step. And I was probably could have done this while I was doing my noodles, but it's whatever. I have to get a pan out that's gonna fit it's gonna fit my mac and cheese. I thought I had a longer one. This may or may not work. We will see. It might be a bit much, but that's okay. I got my pan. What I have to do is I spray it down. Coat dish. That's enough spray. Okay. Nails should be done now. Let's see here. The next step is to microwave 2 tablespoons of butter in a small microwave safe bowl high for 30 seconds or until melted. So I got my bowl here, and I got my butter that's really been sitting out all day because I left. I'm just gonna cut this up. I'm actually gonna cut it up this time. Last time I did not cut it up for my my brownie recipe, and I probably should because it would have made it so much better. I'll cut this up into sections here, into the tablespoon sections. Yeah, there we go. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna stick this back in the fridge. So each of these little squares I have here are 2 is a tablespoon each, so I got 1. And I got 2. And I'm just gonna stick those in the microwave and melt them real quick. And when that's happening, I need to have breadcrumbs and paprika ready because that has to go in with the butter. So we'll just microwave this real quick. Alrighty. Butter is definitely melted. Can you see that stain? Ooh! There's the butter. Doesn't look like a whole lot. And just stir in breadcrumbs and paprika on it. Next, I'm going to add my paprika in. This small little container paprika that, you know, sometimes when you just buy spices for something like that one recipe that one time and then you forget that you have it. But yeah, that's me because I didn't know I had this until I looked. So it just needs 1/4 teaspoon into the butter. That's it. And it also says that we need 1/4 cup of dry breadcrumbs. And luckily enough, I, for some reason, still have my container of breadcrumbs here. And I love having this measuring cup. I have another one just like this I use for baking, but it has like the measurements like inside. You can't see it really well because this one's black, but it has the measurements like on the inside for other cups. Yeah, that's about 1/4. There's the breadcrumbs. Into the butter it goes. And now I gotta stir that up real quick. I'm gonna stir, and then I can start on my next thing, which is the actual part, the big part of the recipe, which is the mac and cheese. So one thing I have to do before I actually start the rest of this is it requires 1 cup. It says cubed, but it's I didn't get cubed stuff of pasteurized prepared cheese product, and I was like, what is that? And that's basically like Velveeta, which is just like processed cheese. And I couldn't find the cube stuff, so I found the cheese sauce pouches, but you have to like prep them ahead to make sure that they're nice and ready to go for when I actually put in this, because a lot of this is going to happen like really, really fast. I got to make sure that this is ready. So I need like a whole cup of this, and hopefully this one pouch is 1 cup altogether. Turns out these things are like only like not even a half cup, so I gotta do like almost all the packs just for 1 cup of this. So that whole box of cheese product that I actually had, when I melted down, was only 1 cup. So I'm glad I only got 1. Just then I don't have to waste the other ones or keep them until they're not good anymore. Now I can do the rest of it. Hopefully that cheese doesn't get too solid before I do the rest of this. So it says you're gonna melt the other 2 tablespoons, because there's 4 tablespoons altogether in this recipe, into a saucepan over medium heat. That one already has stuff in it, so we're gonna use another pot. Oop. You're in a frying pan right now. Hello. I have the pot right here, so you guys see. So we got 1 butter. I'm gonna put this over medium. I'm gonna actually start a little bit lower than that. I've never made this before, I'm not exactly what I'm doing, so hopefully I don't ruin any of this or burn any of it. And this is melting it over. Then I gotta add flour once these are melted. So I'm gonna let these melt on their own here. And for the flour, it literally says you only need 1/4. Oh, nope, I'm reading that wrong. 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. My flour is right here. Big container of flour first. Such a small portion. Tablespoons. Get these malted up here. Now when I do the flour, it says I have to stir it constantly until bubbly and light and brown. So then I have to stir all this other stuff. It's gonna go by really fast, so I'm going to open my can of evaporated milk real quick, so that can go right away into this. Evaporated milk does not look pretty. Okay, so this is going, and we're gonna do the flour now. There's 1. Okay, get this going. And 2 things of flour to there. I would say that's light brown. And we're gonna go ahead and put in the evaporated milk, water, and salt. Water is a half teaspoon of salt. You know me with salt, I just shake it in there because there's salt in there. And then here's the evaporated milk going in there. Ooh, and then I'm gonna put a half cup of water in there. I'm just gonna do a half can because I'm assuming that's close enough in measurements, just because I don't want to make up another. It's gonna rinsing it out, and then I don't really have to measure that because I don't want to make another cup. And this, I'm gonna stir this together. Bring it to a boil over medium-low heat, stirring constantly. Make sure that comes to a boil. And while that's going on, I'm going to grab cheese here. It's starting to get a little bit solidified. So I added my cheese in here, I have to have 2 cups of sharp cheddar cheese in here, but it says you have to keep constantly stirring it while it's boiling, and it's a little hard to do when you're making a video and you have to pause in the middle of it. And it's not very specific of what cheese to put in there, so I'm putting the 2 cups of sharp cheddar cheese in there, and then I'm also going to put the cheese product in there, and hopefully this doesn't burn or whatever is going on with it. And then I also have to put the noodles in here too. So there's the 2 cups of sharp cheddar, and then there's the cheese product going in here. Okay. I knew this wasn't going to come out the way that I wanted it to. I'm hoping this is enough because I don't want to have to scrape this all out. Okay. I'm going to stir this together. Hopefully this gets nice and creamy. I'm going to stir this all in before I put the macaroni in, because I'm supposed to put the macaroni in with this, but I want to get this all nice, at least blended a little bit more before I put that in there. Looks really soupy. I guess it's supposed to be that way, right? Yeah, I'm gonna put the noodles in there now. Hopefully these are not all sticking to it. Okay. Oh shoot. You didn't see that? You couldn't see it because I have a thing in front of it, but it all came down to like one chunk. Okay. I'm gonna mix this all together. Make sure the noodles are all nice and mixed all together. And then I'm going to put it into my my rectangle pan. Very good. Good. Yeah. There we go. There's the money shot right there. The last thing I have to do here, I'm sorry for the weird shots and if the phone keeps sliding around, so I gotta add that breadcrumb mix that I had made. This right here. It's a little dry, so I gotta, well, it's a little crusty because it's been sitting for a little bit. I gotta add this evenly over the top of this, and then I gotta stick it in the oven for between 25 and 30 minutes so that it's golden brown top. So I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna stick this in the oven and I will show you guys what the final product looks like. So this is the final product of my mac and cheese. It is a little bit more orange on camera than it is off. I don't know why, but it looks good. I will have what it tastes like probably on the screen because I really don't want to eat it in front of you guys because it's going to take a bit because I have to let it cool down before I can eat it. But I guarantee you this is definitely a pass attempt for that recipe that I have literally no idea where I just put it. So I never filmed an outro for this video. I don't know why I didn't, but I did eat the mac and cheese and it was a 10 out of 10 pass. I loved it so much I actually packaged like a majority of it up and like ran over to my mom's as soon as I tasted it and gave it to the rest of my family to try, and they absolutely loved it. And then I forgot all about the video until now to be able to post it, so it's like a week later. So make sure you like and subscribe with this video. And if you like seeing videos like this, let me know down below if you'd like to see more of this, or if you like the videos where I am with other people, because I know that some people have been waiting to make more videos with me. And I will see you guys again in another video.